What is up, folks? Welcome once again to another hot session of Hot Issue Act Now, Hot Issue What's for Lunch. Mio Adlan sekali lagi menemani anda untuk hari yang sangat glorious, hari yang happy. Yalah, kebelakangan ni for the past couple of days, it has been a bit of a gloomy, rainy day, but today was a very sunshining day. Matahari menyinar pagi, dapat menyinari pokok-pokok anda, dapat menyinari halaman anda wherever that you are. And we from Act Now hope that all of you out there, regardless of wherever you are, that you are having an awesome time, because exactly weekend is upon us. Hari ni dah hari Jumaat, esok Sabtu, lusa Ahad, time to relax, time to chill, and time to orang kata apa? Just lay back. Okay, a bit of a note for you guys. Do not forget to actually check us out on our podcast. We actually just produce podcasts on Spotify as well as on iTunes. You can check them out over there should you want to go and hear back our previous episodes, whatever it is that we have done before. And also CTA, should I say. Don't forget to actually download the Act Now mobile community app, because there a lot of things that you can actually do with this awesome app for you to be a responsible community member, for you to share this across and be a very good Malaysian citizen. Speaking about being a good Malaysian citizen, I have one together with me as always, yang paling hebat, yang paling baik sebenarnya, sangat-sangat bertanggungjawab, sangat-sangat responsible, Encik Melvin Lam. Gila, I puji you, Melvin. Hi, what's up?
You are too artificial.
Jangan puja ikhlas, Melvin. Puja ikhlas. How are you, Melvin? How's your morning so far?
Morning's fine. Today was quite a cool day here. I don't know about your side. I mean, the weather is fine. And time really flies. Today is a really Friday.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
Kadang-kadang, yelah, walaupun kita dalam kemelut COVID-19 ni, even though we're in this downtime and whatnot, but yeah, sometimes we do feel like time is moving so fast, sangat laju, even we don't realize it, right?
Yes, we hope that it actually the end of 2021. Let's start the fresh year.
No, please do not let 2021 end yet. You know why? Because kalau dengan pandemic sekarang ni, dengan whatever is happening with Malaysia specifically, if you end 2021 right now, I think 2022 will still be the same thing. So no, let it all finish in 2021 dulu, Melvin. Let's wish for that.
That's what my thought last year, 2020. I say let's finish 2020. We all hope for a good year, 2021. But I think now we are now in the month of August, right? Yeah, 8 months already. Yeah. There's another 5 months to year end. And I feel that we have not achieved anything at all.
Yeah, it has been, there's a lot of downs versus up, I would say. I mean, a lot of things that has been happening, not just with us personally, but with our community, with our town, with our city, with our state, with our country, even the fact that, all over the world as well. Because, actually, yang sebenarnya, Melvin, I nak complain dekat you satu benda lah. Boleh tak kita jangan cerita pasal COVID-19 untuk one episode? Boleh tak? Sebab boring lah, asyik topik yang sama.
Okay, I give you one topic that's non-related to COVID-19.
I pandai. Tengok, I know you're a smart man. I know what you want to talk about, because the topic that we're going to talk about for the first one here on Hot Issue What's for Lunch is actually something totally different than COVID-19, which is actually wildfire. Okay.
Yes.
May I do a bit of an introduction? Because kenapa? Apa yang berlaku sekarang dekat Malaysia specifically, we have been experiencing a bit of a heat wave. Okay, sekarang ni memang musim panas. Apa yang dilaporkan from the Meteorology Department of Malaysia is saying that we are going to continue these kind of weather right up until September, October. And in Malaysia, granted, we are so used of having hot weather, high levels of humidity. But the scary about having hot weather is that the emergence of bushfire ataupun kebakaran terbuka yang boleh berlaku di mana saja. Take it from there, Marvin. What do you have to say about this?
Well, this season, I mean, since last month, the climate is a bit strange. We have heavy rain floods that's experienced in certain part of Europe, Belgium, Germans, and to the extent in China. And the fire now came in. That's affect Turkey and Greece, the wildfire spots, and it's raising records on Turkey. So it's God punishing us. I mean, have we done something wrong? Let's reflect ourselves.
Yeah, I think if you want to admit that we have done something wrong, I rasa 20 minit kita bersembang tak cukup, Melvin.
So I think Turkey and Greece is very affected by wildfire, and this is very phenomenal because the heat wave producing a very high risk and further so-called fires and smoke pollutions around the region.
Yeah.
So
right.
And you say that our Jabatan Bomba also issue a warning in Malaysia.
Yes, correct. Yeah, I was about to say that actually because kenapa? I read a news the other day. I also presented the news the other day that the Jabatan Bomba dan Penyelamat Malaysia is actually advising us local citizens, Malaysians out there, to be very, very careful with whatever it is that they witness outside there. Because why? Just a simple spark ataupun just a simple like for instance, like cigarette butt, whenever people just toss it around, I know you hate cigarette smokers anyway. So I'm just sengaja nak cerita dengan you. So, I mean, as simple as that, if a lit cigarette butt is being thrown to a dry, grassy place, kemungkinan besar, instant fires can actually happen. So, Jabatan Bomba dan Penyelamat sebenarnya menasihatkan dan juga menyarankan people out there, should they see anything out there, they need to report it to the authorities, to the Jabatan Bomba immediately. Because kalau berlakunya kebakaran sebegini, if a fire like this happen at a small, should it start small, it is very, very quick. It could spread very, very quickly and it could be very, very dangerous. Melvin.
Yes, because of the strong winds. Because let's say the grass is all dried out, and it have coupled with strong wind, it spreads within seconds, And it's in our ActNow app itself, we have actually received a lot of such cases of open fire, even in the city center of Kuala Lumpur. So I think this kind of our attitude have to change. Some people say that we have to smoke away the mosquitoes. They burn. We have cases like, there's mosquitoes around my neighborhood. So what we do is we in the evening we smoke the grass so that it chase away mosquitoes. Another one that tell us that we do it because we want to make fertilizer out of it.
Ini sebab kedai bunga dah tutup ke? That's why?
Probably, yeah. Probably you should do it in your garden and see what's your neighbor going to say about it.
Actually, just to continue what you were saying, because in my neighborhood as well, not recently, but previously as well, whenever they do their own gardening, bila dia orang potong pokok ke, there's extra leaves. Leaves do fall from the trees and whatnot. So you have these excessive leaves, rather than putting them in the plastic bag or to throw it away later on, they would rather burn it because alasan diorang is that, I don't want to throw this rubbish. I don't want to put it in the bin. I don't want to give it to the alam flora people or whatever, just throw it. Might as well just burn this, and then the problem is solved. Tapi that can also create a lot of issues, right? By having open burnings. Melvin.
Yeah, just imagine, if you do this, and along your neighborhood, everyone do that, what become of it?
Itu dah macam orang dah main macam zaman-zaman orang hantar message pakai smoke tu kan. Those smoke messages and everything, you can actually do that.
You can actually do smoke meat.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, smoke meat. Tiba-tiba lapar pula. Don't talk about food.
We can longer do that. So-called attitude. We have to change because climate change is very important. Look at this. This within a month or two, we have floods. Now come with fire. What comes next? So this is part and parcel of climate change. We have to make sure our younger generations have a better place to stay. Your children and all those loved ones have a better place to stay. Because we have industrial pollutions. We're talking about river pollutions last 2 days ago. Now we're talking about fire, open fire. We should not. In Turkey, it's a big loss because this seasons, thousands of acres of agricultural lands has been burned out,
Yep.
and farm animals has perished as well,
Mhm.
So we should not take it lightly, or we should not have this selfish thinking,
Mhm.
you know.
Yalah,
So
itulah. I mean, sebab again, I totally agree with you, Melvin. Whatever it is that's happening, we can look at whatever that's happening in Turkey or in Greece, for instance, and take that as a lesson. Belajar
yeah,
daripada benda-benda apa yang berlaku di luar sana. Yes, we feel empathy. Obviously, kita kesian dekat orang. We feel that it is very difficult for them. You know, we share their burden. We know their suffering and everything. But we take that as a lesson for us Malaysians, at least, to learn that these kind of things should not happen in our own backyard, in our own country. So jadilah masyarakat orang kata yang bertanggungjawab,
yeah.
Melvin.
Okay, I want to add on.
Hmm.
In the previous year, until last 2 years, we have been experiencing annually haze. The haze
Yes.
was so bright you can see about few meters away, because people start burning. They want to clear the forest for plantations. They clear it because since last year and this year, we can't face haze because of the lockdown. Things are under control, so we should not take it for granted. As you mentioned just now, just a cigarette bulb can light up the whole field.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Benda-benda macam ni sebenarnya scary. Tapi macam kita nak ingatkan juga, as also proposed by the Jabatan Bomba dan Penyelamat, should you see anything, should you see any form of fire that's happening within your area, outside your area, tak payahlah api dekat on your stove waktu nak tengah masak Maggi tu kan, jangan lagi report bomba pula. Tapi when you see actually proper fire that is happening outside of your house, burning in your in the gardens or whatnot, please report it to the authorities. And apart from the authorities, you can also highlight it on Act Now mobile community app, because there we can help, right, Melvin?
Yes, definitely. For those who are afraid to have their name exposed, so just report to Act Now, because we will act on your behalf, and without so-called reviewing who's the actual persons that make the report, because we at Act Now actually make the report on your behalf and act on your behalf. So please, it's not a matter of joke, because we need to stop this. Open fire. The weather is now changed. We can't predict now. We are on the dry seasons, and a lot of people think that because Malaysian we have a blast with good weather, we have rain, sunshine, but don't take the blessing. Don't take for granted.
Yep, betul tu. Jadilah orang kata masyarakat yang bertanggungjawab, be a responsible citizen, because at the end of the day, you're not living on this God's green earth only on your own. You're sharing it with billions of other people as well. So let's do our part and make sure that kita, live in a harmonious and proper and, pleasant life, so to speak. Okay, itu dah habis dah topik kita yang utama. We talk about wildfire. Menarik kita cerita pasal pentingnya tanggungjawab. We have to talk about all these kind of things. But I know that you're going to be talking about COVID again, Melvin. I know that you're going to be talking about COVID again.
Well, this is the hot topic of since last year. Not only Malaysia, everywhere. While talking to you, my sisters from US just sent a message in a group saying what happens in her place in LA right now. Things are not as good as it seems. Cases are back again. So I can't avoid that, or rather we can't avoid that topic.
Okay lah, I bagi you chance lah. So what about COVID that you want to talk about for our second topic of the day ni? You nak cerita pasal apa sekarang?
Okay, I'm going to talk about the test kit, the home test kit, the saliva test kit.
Alright. So what about this test kit? Sekarang benda ni macam dah jadi a bit of a keperluan sebenarnya. A lot of people are talking about it. A lot of people wanting to have it, wanting to test it back themselves at home. I believe you've also tested out one of this test kit. Tell us about your experience.
Well, test kits, saliva test kit seems to be the in trends right now.
So rather than wearing Gucci and Louis Vuitton, you want to have the test kit lah?
Yes, this is the in trend now. But when everyone says it's good, it's a necessity. I should keep in my house. If I don't feel good, or probably if I'm not sure whether I have kena positive or not, I will use it. But my God, it's expensive as your Gucci or more.
Wow. Okay. 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 Like cerita lagi. I nak dengar sebab I like to hear you complain. Okay, go on.
It's not complain. It's I highlight. I mean, as is in the trend right now. I make a purchase online.
Okay.
I think the normal retailing price is about 40 ringgit, and you buy in bulk. Let's say in half a dozens, it actually cost me about 32 ringgit for each kit. But it's a very easy process, very easy to use. But what you do is, with half an hour before, make sure that you don't eat anything. You Google your mouth, make clean for half an hour to make before the test, and it come up within 15 minutes or so. So it's very easy. As what we mentioned earlier, it's like as good as pregnancy test. You have the color bar to see which one indicates whether you're positive or you're negative.
Okay, all right.
But bear in mind, it costs each kit costs me 32 ringgit, which is can easily spend on a decent meal for family. At this time, I'm very big concerned. It's very pricey. Let's say you have a family of 34 person. I mean, the trend is when you do a test at home, you probably want your whole family to do because you stay together, right? Yeah. So it costs you 130 ringgit. Let's say it's based on 32. It costs you times 4, about 130 ringgit each time.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking the affordability. How many people can afford? Especially I can say even the M40 group might not able to afford it right now. Yeah. Don't talk about the B40. But it's essential. I mean,
sekarang cuba kita nak highlightkan sekarang ni, Melvin. That's the thing that we will actually want to highlight. All jokes aside, we actually think that this self-test kit is actually very, very good because it gives you that peace of mind. It gives you that sense of, relief should you are able to actually do this test on your own without having to go out, without having to line up with all of the other potential COVID people out there. It gives you that, that sense of security, the fact that you can do it at home. Tapi apa yang kita nak ketengahkan dekat sini, what we're trying to highlight is that it is true that one test, as reported, can cost up to about 40 ringgit for one test. Now imagine, kalaulah dikatakan, Melvin, I'm just painting you a scenario. Your boss ataupun your majikan ataupun your organization that you're working for requires you to have these tests being done at home at your own expense. And you have to do it once every 2 weeks ataupun once in a month even. So the cost can really go up quite significantly, isn't it? When you actually put it on top of each other. And that, like you say, even the M40 people are also struggling to have this if they have 4 orang dekat rumah ke, 5 orang dekat rumah ke, kalau you dah kalikan tu, and then you kena buat sekali dalam masa 2 minggu, and then macam-macam lagi nak kena buat. This is just adding up cost to the consumer, back to the rakyat.
Yeah. So I think it's a necessity, and it should. I don't know. The government probably can figure out how it is, whether they subsidize or have more competitions, brands participating in it. So that is affordable. I would love to have all the factories and construction sites to do that, regularly, probably every week, because the high risk groups and all these things. So, but then we're going to fall out. If the majikan fall out, wow, that's a lot of money. If it's individual as well, it's a lot of money. So it's a good thing. It's a home base, or we can do ourselves, the kit. But then it's very, very expensive.
Yeah, I just made a simple calculation. Kalau lah ada 50 orang in a construction site, and each test, let's say, because you got it in bulk, so you get it 30 ringgit, right? And it's already 1,500 for one session of test. If you do it every week, that's 6,000 ringgit a month extra, basically, for these workers to actually do it. I mean, it may not be that big of a number if you're looking at a big organization, contohnya macam all your conglomerates ataupun syarikat-syarikat yang besar kat luar tu. Even like in a company yang macam only 10 orang, yang mungkin company itu sendiri cannot subsidize it. They cannot afford to fork out that much money.
The SMEs, the SMEs, there are a lot of people, SMEs that really closed down or they're struggling. Can they afford another commitment?
Yeah. Tapi kan sebenarnya kalau you nak cerita balik lah kan, I'm just putting my government hat here. I just wanna, just poke holes in your theory in saying that government should try to subsidize it. The government has already been subsidizing a lot of things. They have been giving out money to the rakyat through Prihatin and whatnot, trying to do the best that they can. This is just adding more things that they have to fork out to. That's not fair.
I'm gonna poke you back, Mio.
Ah.
That's our money too.
Okay.
Alright. You got it, right?
Jawablah banyak sikit. Janganlah cakap it's just our money too. Give your explanation lah.
Whatever comes from government, so it's still the riot's money,
Okay.
It's how wisely or you control the manufacturer or we do ourselves manufacture in Malaysia. Is it we are talking about doing vaccinations, manufacturing vaccinations, vaccines in Malaysia. Why not? We will also try to produce in Malaysia. Because there's too little players and the price is like very much monopolized in the market. But if you, with example, I mean, rice is being a control price item. Cooking oil is a control price item. Petrol is a control price item. I think now home test kit for COVID-19 should be a control price item too, because it's become a necessity. So we don't want to have a 20,000, 30,000 cases a day because people were not sure they have it and they still go out and mingle around. But if they have been testing themselves or the majikan tell them you have to do it, so that we try to minimize the spreads. So probably it's worth that spending, the investment,
Because we're looking at not just short term, but obviously long term. Because like it or not, at the end of the day, when you look at the current situation, this thing will not go away within the next week or the next month or even by the end of the year, to be really honest with you. I mean, we can try to control it as much as we can, but how it's trending right now, it is definitely on the upward curve and it's not coming down very, very soon. So this could be actually, as what you've actually suggested, Melvin, could be a necessity to firms or to companies out there, or even to family who wants just, again, a peace of mind by just having these test kits at home for them to feel safe.
I guess COVID-19 will be soon. It will be just a normal sickness that you all woke up. It wouldn't feel fear. Oh, instead I have a cough, I have a dry cough, a so-called I have a flu. I say, oh yeah, I have COVID-19, but no fear on that. Probably that's time. What time to come? We just subscribe medicines from your pharmacy. You can actually eat and get it cured. So
exactly.
I think we should not live in the fear, because our mental stress for the last 2 years has been dried up already on COVID-19. What we have to mentally strong to fight against that. Mental strong to fight against COVID-19. I think that's also a best good medicine to subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. We need to stick together, guys. We need to really stick together right now, especially in these testing times, for us to not give in not to throw in the towel, not to give in, but to come back stronger and come back more diligent. Hence why I also want to talk to Melvin untuk topik ketiga. Not really a topic actually. This is just a segue. I just wanted to get Melvin's thoughts on this and what you want to talk about in regards of appreciating our frontliners, Melvin. What we from Act Now want to do to commemorate, or should I say, like to bring up these frontliners, the things that they have done for us. What is Act Now doing about this? Tell us.
Okay, and now actually we have a campaign. It's called the Act Now Courage Ribbon Campaign. You see the ribbon that I've been wearing for a long time. In fact, since last year. But of late, yes, you're holding it close to your heart.
Very, very close to my heart. Yes.
We are very fortunate and very thankful why Dr. Siti Hasma is actually the patron of this campaign, and she announced that August is actually the month which annually to commemorate the frontliners.
Yes.
We make up a simple ribbon of blue and red. Red stands for courage, the fighting spirits, and blue on the medical field. We're going to overcome this. All right. So right now, we are actually starting from today. At now, we're actually challenging a list of our Malaysian artists and influencers
Mhm.
I think by now a bunch of our artists, our well-known local artists, influencers will have received from their Instagram or Facebook a message for us from us to help to assist this campaign by being our ambassador,
Exactly.
so that they can actually encourage them. So what today we start is a digital ribbon, so a frame that you can actually use this digital frame, to embed in your social profile in Facebook. You know, so we have a lot of frames that saying that I'm vaccinated. I received my second vaccination, but now can do we must show our appreciation to our frontliners.
Yes.
That's the fact. Without them, do you think you get your vaccinations? Who give you the jab? It's for our frontliners. You know, frontliners come in what form? We order our food. Now we don't go out to eat. We on e-hearings, riders. They are frontliners. This morning I went to the supermarket. Those people work in the supermarkets. The cashier, that especially the cashier, because the 8-10 hours, how many people they're exposed coming to pay, and actually they use their fingers, their hands, to touch your credit cards, your money, whatever the barang that you ask them to scan. They are fully exposed.
Correct.
And then we tell people that we are vaccinated, good, we know that we're vaccinated, but at least tell people that we appreciate them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And exactly, this is one of the ways that we're actually doing this. This is one of the ways that we want to show our passion and our appreciation and our thanks to all of the frontliners, whoever it is that you are. As Melvin has mentioned, we have actually initiated this with, celebrities, with Insta famous people, but that doesn't count for everyone. We want you, each and every one of you, regardless
Everyone.
of whoever it is that you are, support us in this particular campaign. Because why? This is not for Act Now. This is not for Mio. This is not for Melvin. This is for the frontliners out there, the doctors, the nurses, the pak jaga, the Grab rider boys and girls, the like Melvin said, the people who work in the supermarket, anybody who's out there dealing with this pandemic from the get-go, from the front, we want to show them this appreciation. And if you want to get more information about this, please do drop down to Act Now Facebook page, because there we have a lot of information about this whole campaign and how we can make it together and show our appreciation to all the frontliners. Very good, Melvin. Awesome stuff. Very interesting ending to the whole week that we've been talking about. We started off with a lot of stuff. Mesti nak cerita pasal COVID juga. So we touched about COVID. And also we want to show our love and appreciation to our frontliners. But before I let you go, as always, let's go for the time for one German phrase of the day. Okay.
Okay, right. I'm ready.
Sebab sekarang ni kan kita dah nak weekend kan. So usually weekend, Friday afternoon or Friday evening, people go yamcha. People go, they go outside. Usually lah, zaman dulu, okay? Not now. Zaman dulu. You go outside. You go outside with your buddies, you have a drink, pergi and whatnot, having fun and so on. So now I nak cakap dekat you, contohnya, if you go to a party, okay, jangan bagi tahu sekarang, sebab kalau you bagi tahu sekarang, kena tangkap polis. But if you go to a party, you nak jumpa kawan-kawan you, and then you have your glasses raised, okay? So normally what do you say in English?
Let's give a toast, isn't it?
It's cheers, right? You cheers, like when you clean your glasses, right?
Yeah.
So in German, the phrase or the word that you want to say is Prost.
Toast. Yeah, we must toast.
No, not toast, not toast, with the P. P for Penang. Prost.
Post.
P-R-O-S-T.
Okay, post to you.
Not post, P-R. You forgot the R. P-R-O-S-T. Prost. Yeah, you say Prost, and then you clean your glasses, and then you have a drink. So that's how the Germans do it.
To Malaysia, post to the world.
Okay, jangan post Malaysia, okay? Sebab post Malaysia itu lain. Itu you nak hantar surat. Okay. Thanks so much, Marvin, for an awesome session today. See you Monday.
I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend.
You too. Have a great one. Cheers. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, guys, that was Melvin together speaking about the topics that we have today. Again, a gentle reminder, should you guys do not know what Act Now is all about, make sure you guys download Act Now mobile community mobile app down in your Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. There you can actually look into the app that we have. It will benefit you. It will help you in the long run to make your community a much better one. And also don't forget to check us out on Spotify as well as on iTunes for our previous episodes that we have for Act Now Hot Issue What's for Lunch. Mio Adlan here, signing out, wishing you guys the very best of the weekend. See you guys soon.